Could you forgive somebody who's left you for dead? And I'm not talking about a video game. And it could, I'm going to say that it could be a left for dead, metaphorically. They've taken your life away, the things that matter most to you. Could you forgive them? Could you forgive someone for killing someone that you know and you love? Could you forgive them for walking away from you when things seem to be the hardest? Could you forgive them for leaving you feeling like complete and utter trash? Could you forgive them if they left you for dead, seriously, like they wanted to pull the plug and then you woke up? Could you forgive them for that? Let's talk about a man who did. His name's Hugh Glass. So he's a trader of fine deer hide, if you will, and goods. And he and his party are attacked by some Indian warriors. And sometimes we feel like we've been attacked. If someone took something that was wrong with you, and they used that against you, you'd feel like you're being attacked. What if you were actually really attacked by someone who was shooting at you? You'd probably freak out, right? Well, so this guy gets attacked, gets shot in the leg. Now I'm doing this all off of memory because I learned this a while ago. I didn't actually go in and do research. This is just off the top of my head. So he gets shot, and he and his party continue, and they're going through, just trudging along, trying to get it back to where they need to go, and Hugh gets mauled by a bear. Okay, I don't mean, gentle Ben, and I don't mean, oh my, I'm Paddington the bear, I'm coming to save you. No, I mean like an honest to goodness, hello, I'm a grizzly bear, I'm not a polar bear that you can ride through the golden compass. No, I'm talking, this guy legitimately gets mauled by a bear. Bear claws, the size of his face. So anyways, his party makes him a fire, and they're all there. Homeboy passes out from all the pain and everything, wakes up, and no one is there. Everyone is gone. It's just him, in the middle of the woods after being mauled by a bear. Yeah, mauled by a bear. So he starts crawling. And this could be metaphoric, maybe we need to crawl to God. This guy legitimately starts crawling. He crawls. He's crawling through the forest. He's got bugs coming for his wounds. Can't walk. He can kind of, get up and go a few steps, then falls down, so it's better to just crawl. So this cat crawls. He's crawling, and he comes to this tree. All of his wounds are starting to get infected and everything. His legs all sorts of messed up. So he crawls up on top of this log and lays there and lets these maggots eat out the infection. He keeps crawling. He's been doing this for a month and some change now. He's probably gone through and he's thought about everybody in his entire life. His life has flashed before his eyes every time he slices a little bit further and further. And he just keeps fighting. Because he's got something to go home to. He says he's probably praying all the time, and he's probably yelling at God, watching out for these Indians. He gets to this river, slowing down the river, and this these people who pick him up on the riverboat, they're just awestruck by this guy. He's ate berries and leaves and roots. He probably ate some of those maggots, grasshoppers, and still they ask him, hey, what kept you alive? And he responds, have you ever been in love and felt the love of a heart of gold? What? The heart of gold. You can only hope that he's probably talking about his wife here. But he's been gone for a couple months. One of his friends probably swooped in, said, hey, what's up, Gloria? You looking good today? Something crazy. This guy gets better, lives for like 6 more years. During that 6 years, he goes and he finds the people left of this party that are around in this area, and he forgives them for leaving him out there to die, for leaving him for the wolves, per se. What drove this man to be so much better than the rest of us? That he used his regular human strength, what was left of his body, and he crawled. He crawled away from God, to God, probably away from God a few more times and back. He took all the hatred and things that drove him to crawl that far. And he says, I forgive you for leaving me to die. I probably would have done the same. A heart of gold. She told him that she loved him, and he knew it was true. So he crawled on his hands and knees with bum legs and bare mauled scars through maggots, eating nothing but berries and roots, to a river to get home. Like everybody has something that they're going through. Let's think about both sides of these things. Take, for instance, I'm going through something very, very gut-wrenching for me because this is my whole life. And tomorrow, because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, tomorrow, I have to go defend my life. I have to go beg. I have to go plead. You see, that woman has a heart of gold. And if this is what she feels needs to be done, then I'm going to let God take the reins. Because I know that God won't give me anything I can't handle. I love my wife very much. I would crawl 100 miles, 2 months. I don't know if I would survive, though. How this guy did it, who knows? Whether it was immaculate faith, unquestioned love, maybe he's the original Dr. Seuss going on his epic journey through places, Truth of the matter is that he didn't give up. He fought. Would you fight for life? Would you fight for love? The answer should be yes. Giving up is a disease. It's the new American way. If we can't do something, then we just move on. And you could question that because look at all the scientific outcomes we have. But could you see a Rocky Mountain ahead? Could you see the valley between and know that you can't go through the valley because you'll drown when it rains? So you have to climb this mountain? There's a verse in the Bible about having faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. Find people who have faith in you. Find people who will help you in time of need. Because they know that when they were in need, you would not only help them, but you would pick up their pack and you would carry it for them. Find someone who has that heart of gold and knows that forever is a long time. But when you're one person, it doesn't seem like a minute at all. I don't know what I'm going to do. And that scares me. And I'm not really scared of anything. I'm not scared of people. I'm scared of what my doctor's going to tell me tomorrow. And I'm scared of everything else that's going to happen tomorrow. Because I haven't felt good. I don't feel good at all. My body feels like crap. But I know I don't have cancer, so that's a good thing. Find someone who will go through these battles with you. But don't make love a battlefield. Because it shouldn't be. Unless you're fighting alongside somebody. Don't make it a battlefield against that person. Lay down your weapon the minute it even comes close to that. Let them know that you don't want this war. And it may be a massacre from their side to where they can just completely obliterate you. Look on the bright side. Pray. Look at all the things that you went through together. Stand like the daisies, the calla lilies, the flowers. Don't be like a morning glory that only opens up when it sees the sun. You know, it's you gotta love yourself, but you gotta love them too. That's really all I have. I hope you guys get something out of that because I don't really know what I was talking about. I was just kind of mumbling because that's kind of how my brain works. So if you feel left abandoned because something's happened to you and you've crawled, just know that your heart has to be full of forgiveness. Alright, that's all I have, guys.